This is TNT Sports' Adam Summerton, and you're listening to Three Fish on the Shirt.
This is John Sander. You're listening to Three Fish on the Shirt.
This is TNT Sports' Adam Summerton, and you're listening to Three Fish on the Shirt.
Hi, welcome to this week's very special extra edition of Three Fish on the Shirt. It's our 50th episode. We've got with us today Steve Risley and Rob Cavallini and some other very special guests to help us preview the Manchester United game. Before we kick off, I'd love to ask you to do us a favour and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click that like button, the subscribe button, and make sure you've got the notification bell activated so you learn about when our episodes are coming out straight away. You can get to see our content. We've also got later on in the episode the result of our competitions, so the book giveaway and the shirt giveaway. So stay tuned and you can find out who's won the prizes. Let's get into today's episode. Enjoy. So guys, we talked briefly in our episode 48 about the draw in the immediate aftermath of the draw for the Carabao Cup. Man United at home, and we shared our how we found out. Steve, you've had a soft spot for Man United over many years, and not seen Town play them as neither of many of us who have followed Town, like your dad who is probably one of the ones. How do you feel about getting United at home?
Oh, it was fantastic. I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it actually when my mate texted me.
I still think it feels a bit surreal, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say it was yesterday at the end of the game when they said the next home game is Man United. Just thought, yes. Yeah, I've supported Man United since I was a kid. Don't know how I did support Man United. I think it was the FA Cup final in '77. I think when they beat Liverpool. I was
telling Rob in a private moment outside the podcast that we had I had no interest in football really. I was about 7 or 8 year old, and '77 FA Cup semi-final, the prelude to that final, Man United against Leeds, and I really loved the excitement of it all for the first time. And after that, it was Dad take me to a football match, and it's one thing that my dad's no longer with us, but I'm so kind of obsessed with Grimsby Town now, but that's something my dad gave me, and that's something I can't. That'll never be lost, and that means a lot to me, and that's a nice thing. But none of us have seen us play Man United. As a historian and writer of books about football from the eons, what did you make of meeting with Man United after such a long time, Rob?
I just think it's amazing. It's a dream draw, isn't it? And the fact we're on an unbeaten run of 3 games against them, so hopefully it's 4.
Yeah, that'd be lovely to hear. I think the interesting thing about Town as well is, and it's a well-known fact, probably a bit of an inconvenient fact for Man United fans. If you said the number 76,962. What's your record crowd at your ground? That Town hold the record at Old Trafford is probably going to be stark disbelief for most football fans.
Yeah, I mean that was I was literally just researching that the other day, and don't tell my wife, but I actually just bought the programme for that game.
Oh, right.
And it was more than a couple of pounds.
I was going to say.
I'll bet.
What year? What
I
year
should
was that?
watch this, to be fair.
39.
That was 1939.
39. Yeah.
I bet there's not many
So
of
I've
them
just
about,
done
Rob.
it. No, there isn't. I think it's quite rare.
It's an investment,
But,
Rob. It's an investment.
It is. Exactly. That's what I'm going to use when she sees this later. Uh,
It's only going to go up in
But-
value.
It is, but it's amazing because like when you that game, and I think there was something like 9 trains went from Grimsby and
Yeah.
15 trains went from Wolverhampton. I haven't finished going into it, but there's actually one report mentions casualties, so it must have been a little bit packed, and they were passing them down to the front. I don't think there was anyone obviously died, but it certainly it wasn't a safe environment to be in.
Just on that,
And then
Rob, I know travel's got a lot easier over the years, particularly on long distances. Town have always been pretty well followed, haven't they? It's not a new phenomenon.
no, I mean that's the amazing thing about doing the research. I mean, like even the 36 semi-final against Arsenal, that was over at Huddersfield. There was, I think, there was 12 trains went, and apparently Grimsby got there really early, and they painted the town literally black and white almost. There was people walking around with plates of fish, and they brought their being it all leave was cancelled in all the cafes, and they travelled in numbers. Even to the trips down to Nottingham and places like that, they were getting a couple of thousand going down each time. It's Town have always been brilliantly supported away from home.
Yeah, and as it's our 50th podcast, can you believe that, Steve? By the way, it's nice to note that we've got this big game. Can't help but thinking how many would have taken if it'd have been Man United away. What are your thoughts, Rob?
I think it would have. I think being a League Cup, they would have given us about 6,000 tickets.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that people wouldn't have been signing up for no doubt discounted tickets at Old Trafford and going in with the United fans.
Yeah.
I think it could have been quite a special occasion had it been an all-way draw.
Yeah.
Well, it would be special either way, but it's
I'd like to have gone to Old Trafford to see him.
Yeah, but nonetheless, it's at home, and I think a night under the lights with everybody packed in, expectation, big away crowd, TV cameras with more angles than just the 2 we get now. All adds to a sense of drama that could unfold, and in that scenario, you always hope for a bit of something, don't you?
Yeah, right. But there's no replays now, is there? There's no chance of going back to their ground either. If there's a draw, it's penalty, isn't it?
So that's
straight to penalties.
Yeah, that's
Straight
to help
penalties.
out these teams that play too many games, like Man United, who can't cope with their massive squads in different competitions. But they're not in Europe this year, so why do they need it? So we could do them a favour by knocking them out, giving them a few less games. How do you think they'll? Choose the side? Do you think it'll be a reserve team, or do you think it'll be a bit of a mixture? What do you think, Steve?
I think it'll be a mixture, but it depends how they start the season. I mean, it's today they're playing this afternoon, so we can have a quick look at our opponents against Arsenal.
Yeah,
but it depends how they start. If they start poorly, there'll be some players playing. I think some big players. There'll be the likes of Mason Mount and players like that. There'll be if he's still there. There'll be some first teamers playing, but not there won't be loads.
These teams have big squads now of quality players. Rob, what are your thoughts on how that might pan out?
I think they'll be rotating their squad. He's a manager that likes to do these things and thinks he's clever. I think they're going to be in for a shock, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think they've got a lot of players that don't actually want to be there. It's a club that sucks the life out of players at the moment. And they're going to turn up and see our pokey little dressing rooms, which are probably about the same size as one of the toilets at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And go, where have we come? I think it's going to work in our favour.
So the old adage, can you do it on a wet Tuesday night in Grimsby, or Wednesday night in this case, in Grimsby, could come well to the fore.
I said to you about Bruno, you'll get one of the top players going in the changing room and go, well, this is my changing room, where's the rest of them?
Yeah. And it's a long time. I mean, like you think about it, well, everyone when you're growing up, you're playing rubbish facilities, don't you, at various times? But it's when you get used to luxury, and you don't go from a 5-star hotel normally to staying in sort of a bed and breakfast, do you?
No.
There's been a few.
It's not a criticism of the town either. It's a fact of life that main stand was built in 1900.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's still pretty much as it
there
was.
There were no substitutes.
Yeah. Interestingly, a few people have pointed out the irony of having Manchester United's bedecked coach in Harrington Street. But funnily enough, I have seen Man City's coach in the back street there when they sort of young'uns played against Town.
I followed Man City's coach down Grimsby Road on the way home from work, and took a picture of it. It said triple. Just won the triple, the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and I took a picture of it. I thought, I don't see that with Ramsden's in the background.
Yeah,
I don't see that very often.
And then dodging the dog poo down Harrington Street.
Yeah. Well, going back to the Man United, I was just looking at their squad. Like Hoyland, he might not be playing now for the first team. Oops, sorry. So he might play. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
They've just signed a new striker, haven't they?
Yeah. I noticed there's a lad who's been a fringe first team player. It's Coney, who was playing in the National League under-21 game the other day. He won't be playing because he got knocked out, and they actually abandoned the game because they thought it was that serious. It turns out he's okay, but even if he was going to be the sort of player playing, he won't now be playing. Special guest reactions to the draw.
I actually had to watch it on my iPad, and Will, who's 17, came upstairs and he said, "All right, you're behind." So obviously he knew.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him, and I knew there was like 6-4 in, and I said, "We're at home, aren't we?" And he said, "Yeah," nodded. And I just thought, can you swear on this podcast, by the way?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fucking Man United, innit? And he just looks at me. So when it got pulled out, it was just that surreal sort of feeling. I mean,
obviously I couldn't miss it. I remember checking my phone, and someone put it in the group chat. One of my mates, my mate called Billy Samuels, he put it in the group chat, and he was like, "Oh my God, like, have you seen the news?" And I wondered what had gone on. And obviously we got Man United, and then from that point onwards on social media, seen it absolutely everywhere. Obviously Town themselves putting out there on social media, they posted such good engagement and traction and stuff that you couldn't miss it. But I was it is a very, very surreal, obviously, seeing Town get Man United. As you say, it's not every day that you see a Premier League side come up against a League Two team anyway. And then for that to be obviously at Blundell Park, and for it to be against Man United is, like you say, it's certainly a one-off event.
Yeah, I've been following Grimsby for a bit now since Giza joined you, and I know he figured in the last game, Carabao Cup game against Shrewsbury. So and he got some fair remarks in that game.
Yeah, he was. It was a lot of people's man of the match that day.
Yeah. I read that. Yeah, and since the draw that you now drew against Manchester United, that's a big occasion for you, and I can just only imagine. I just read this morning that you have sold out. So
I did watch the draw live, and both of my kids abandoned me. So one had gone to Steele's for the bell ringers summer lunch tea, and then Chloe had gone to, there was some sort of fun fair on at Meridian or something. So I sort of had it on, but wasn't really paying attention, because it's not like the FA Cup one where it's got the number and the name of the team.
Yeah.
And I was sort of flicking through my phone. It was on. The southern bit was first, and all I was listening for was number 7. I think we were, weren't we? And I was, well, we're not out yet. We're not out yet. We're not out yet. And then I happened to glance up, and there were 2 left. And then I'm trying to rack my brain. Who's not been out yet? And I'm thinking Mansfield. I couldn't think who, and it never crossed my mind that of the 2 left, and we were drawn out first. The second one was Manchester United, and they came out, and my heart stopped.
Hopefully they're going again.
Yeah, and I just thought, that's not right. So I actually stopped it and rewound it to watch it again before I rang anybody and went, "Oh my God, I can't believe we've drawn them." That is the having run the memories group for 7.5 years, and for a lot of the guys that have done far more games than me, after Southampton, who we got in the FA Cup a couple of seasons ago, United were the ones that they'd never seen. So, delighted for all those people that United were the last remaining team they'd not seen Town play.
That's incredible.
Oh, I caught it live, all right. So my missus has got into football now. Since I've been with her, she's been into Grimsby, going to games. We've just obviously had a baby. She's 3 months old now. And the draw was on the TV. I was stood in front of it. And at the time, my child needed a nappy changing. So, as you can tell, my missus was obviously changing it, but obviously looking at the TV at the same time. And all the boys come out, and obviously I think it was the last two. And it got time to the last two, so Grimsby still haven't come out. And in my head, I'm thinking, who's left? And then something come into my head. I thought, oh my God, it's Man United. I screamed at the TV. I was like, please be Man United first, though, because I do want an away day at Old Trafford, because I think most people wanted that. And obviously Grimsby come out first, and I was like, okay, fair enough. It's usually home games for Grimsby in Cup competitions. Seems to be the way forward at the moment. And obviously Man United come out after, and I was jumping around the room. I think my missus was pretty happy as well. And obviously she had nappies in her hand and all sorts. So
not to jump around with nappies in your hand.
Yeah.
Man United team.
But I just thought, we've never had Manchester United, and when that draw came out, and that it's probably going to be a second string Man United side, but I just didn't think we'd ever get the chance to see Town play United in a competitive fixture at Blundell Park. And I guess from the club's point of view, had it been at Old Trafford, then everyone would have got the opportunity to go and would have made more money. And I get that, and that would have been equally special. But just to get him at Blundell Park is just going to be so unique.
So from that, I would imagine that they'll probably rotate. But however, saying that, I think it's important, and obviously all Man United fans they're going to be down for a trophy. So as much as obviously, because obviously Man United fans probably be expecting a trophy every season, to be quite honest. So as much as obviously I think they'll rotate, I still think there'll be a few big dogs there, 100%.
They have big squads, don't they? So there's going to be players that it's sandy to get them in the team, isn't it? I mean, good chance Onana might play.
Do you know, I was just going to say that too. Obviously, with Bayande starting against Arsenal, he could well,
They didn't start that greatly in the Premier League, so they have they're facing some difficult times from the get-go this season, and I can imagine that the Amorim, the manager, he would like to point out for the Man United supporters that this team is a real team now, and United are last season is gone, and now it's a new start, fresh start with some of the players. So I believe he will put out a strong team against you on Wednesday.
I think it's an interesting one, isn't it? That there are a lot of people that didn't get a ticket that say that it'll be their under 18s, under 17s, and it won't be that.
I can't see it personally.
I don't think, and this is me speaking purely as a fan without any knowledge whatsoever. And some will say that's a general thing for me, but anyway. Do I think it'll be anywhere near the team that plays at Fulham? No. Do I think the Fulham result will impact on the decisions that are made for Wednesday? No. It's far too early in the season. Second game in, they're not going to be knee-jerk reaction. They probably have already got. So sometimes when you pick your team, you're already working in batches of two and they're quite close together. So what team works there? What team works there? So they're already going to know, as a rough idea, depends on injuries and stuff, who's going to play. I think there are going to be some names that we are all going to know, and there are going to be some talent that I'm sure we'll find out about in the next couple of years when they break through. So I think whoever it is, it's still Manchester United, and that brings its own buzz. And to try and downplay that or to buzz kill it by saying it's going to be a youth team, I think is for others to do what they need to do. But for those of us that are there and watching at home with pride, it doesn't matter. It's Manchester United.
I agree.
I think they'll come out with a strong side, to be fair. I spoke to a few United fans that I know personally, even from that way on. They've all said that Ruben Amorim doesn't like losing, especially in cup competitions. Obviously, they're not in Europe this season either. So I do think they'll be going for it. I think you'll have a lot of experienced heads Wouldn't shock me if you see Harry Maguire at the back. I think you'll have a few youngsters obviously coming up through the ranks, probably have a go. But I do think it'll be a strong team and probably a strong bench. I do think it'd be weird seeing the likes of, if he does go, maybe like Bruno Fernandes just strolling around at Blundell Park and going up against McEachran and Greeny and players like that. But yeah, I do think he'll put a decent side out.
Yeah, it's going to be great night. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, whoever plays, it
doesn't matter. Yeah,
it's going to be great.
Amarim should be there, the manager, and so it'll be great. A great night.
And you don't know what's going to happen.
No,
no,
absolutely.
Anything can happen. It can be a hostile.
Barnet,
sorry, Rob, you froze there for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So I went there when Barnet played Man United in the League Cup. You can never tell what happens because first minute Barnet's keeper got sent off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. So that you could have Onana in goal.
Yeah.
We're through.
Yeah.
No. But you know what I mean. You don't know what's going to happen.
I think we've got a chance. We really do. With the way we're playing.
It'd just be like him.
I think they're going to be a surprise.
It'd be just like him to do a load of worldy saves, wouldn't it? Having watched him almost kick the ball into the net on a regular basis.
I've just jinxed it. I've just done a clough with that Polish goalkeeper, haven't I?
He's a clown. Tomaszewski.
It'll be his best performance in a United shirt.
Yeah. But no, fingers crossed. I think it's a great reward for the fans. I think there's a lot of discussion about tickets, so it's a long-standing arrangement that season ticket holders get first dibs. Although in the last couple of years, when we've got a decent draw in the second round on Wednesday last year, there was it should be the 3,000 that were at the first round game that get tickets first and all this and the other.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any dispute with season ticket holders having first dibs.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, I'm not eligible, so anyone watching this, if you want all 5 copies of the book, send me a ticket. I don't appreciate I'm not going to get one, but I think I read the criteria and I thought that's really fair and that's the way it should be done.
Yeah.
Even though I can't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got the 1878 club, which is kind of season ticket light. You can get money off your tickets. You can, without having a season ticket, you get some of the benefits of a season ticket in the club shop for £15 a year. So they stop people joining that just for the Man U game now. But season ticket holders are still, or new season ticket holders are still being welcomed. I believe they've sold a couple of hundred now. There is some concern that a number of those were junior tickets that may not be used by juniors. But I think the club's spotted that and is clamping down on that now. But it's nice to see 200 season tickets at 300 quid a pop is a good few extra quid in the coffers, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've got it right. The ticketing and the price increase.
Yeah,
£3.
Price has gone up by £3 to normal ticket price. But you get a commemorative program. My view on that was that it was a pretty clever move to kind of drive a bit of extra revenue, but without completely taking the piss. I think to say you're getting something back for it, it's essentially saying to everybody you're buying a program. That's all it is, and I think that's.
I've not seen any negative comments about.
I've seen one or two. And one chap has said, "I've got a principle. I won't pay more than £25 for a Division 4 game. I watch a Division 4 side, and because of that, he's said he's not going. I think what a shame, but I mean, hopefully that'll leave a seat for somebody else."
But the fact people have got to get their heads around to have success, you need money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And to have a solvent club is what you want, and you got to support the club.
Yeah.
And it's Town are good value for certainly at the moment. I mean, maybe I can understand when we're struggling and not getting out of our half in some seasons in League Two we've had. You think, I wouldn't want to pay more than 25, but if you want to take the club forward, you've got to pay the money, and it costs everyone money to support a club.
Absolutely, and at least we're getting something for it. It's not like it's just and they've not gone, like tripling the prices or anything daft. And I think that's That's a great thing, and there's loads of other opportunities as well for making money. So there'll be merch.
And you think back to Tamworth last season when they played Tottenham, they put the tickets up to £45.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which, fair enough. They're cashing in well and truly.
Yeah.
And it's a one-off, but it also Town haven't done that.
Yeah, and that's
No, they haven't done that.
and with the football fortune money, as it's called, money that you don't know you're going to get unbudgeted. You've got to do it when it's there. Otherwise, there might be 2 or 3 years before you get another plum draw in a cup or whatever. So
They might do it in the next round when we get a bigger team.
That'd be quite handy. Everton away, no one's been there. That'd be a nice one.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the draw, wasn't it? Because Everton came in.
Well, actually,
just
that
before
was one of the other ones, isn't it? Was a possible that would have been nice.
They came out the second to last draw, Everton at home, wasn't it? And then Mansfield got that one.
So what?
I had a sneaking suspicion we might do that because I just bought cheap hospitality there, so I can complete the 92 again. So I thought, they're going to do it, and I'm going to have wasted all that money.
I did that for the Brighton game, the quarter-final. I was away in Gran Canaria, and I left the task of getting tickets with my mate, and he totally cocked it up. And I spotted the hospitality tickets a couple of days later. 200 quid got me in.
You're never going to let me forget that, are you?
Oh, was it you, Steve? Sorry. Did I say that out loud? Anyway, by the by. So what do we think Ruben Amorim's going to make of landing in Cleethorpes?
It'd be a bit of a shock to them all. So, well, that's, I don't know, as long as we do ourselves proud, that's the main thing.
I agree.
But saying that, he's come from Portugal, hasn't he? And some of the Portuguese stadiums in the top flight are not as good as Town, to be fair.
Right.
I've been to a few of them. So
what you're saying, Rob, is he'll have seen some shitholes.
It could be argued, but they're a bit hotter probably. But he's coming at a nice time of year, to be fair.
Yeah.
But when you take the big three out of the Portuguese league, and then you got Guimarães and Braga, after that you're talking some very small places.
Yeah, so he may think. Yeah.
So it's not a million years ago that he was maybe going to places like that.
And it's easy to forget.
But they probably have bigger dressing rooms.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that though, isn't it? That certainly in foreign leagues, that sometimes these guys will have come across it.
Yeah, and then a lot of these leagues, they're not as good facilities as what we got in England.
And by the way, though, will he have come across such a small club with such a fanatical set of fans?
Highly unlikely in Portugal.
Yeah,
it's not. You're right. It's going to be could be quite an intimidating atmosphere, couldn't it? When you think about it, and you're on top of them. Everyone's on top of them. And, you got. It comes from all angles. Lower Stones was always lively when I used to sit in there, and Pontoon can be quite lively. I think it could be if Town fans can sort of get a cauldron there.
If we can't do it, then we'll never do it, will we?
No.
Well, I'd say with these the sides on the pontoon have been put on now, haven't they? And they're saying that the noise is a bit more.
Yeah, it's a bit more funneled.
Kept in the ground a bit more.
Towards the ground. Certainly, people in the lower rammies, as I like to now call it, were saying that you could definitely tell a difference.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, and this will be our first night game, won't it? It'll be at home. It'll be our first night with the new sides on and everything. So let them have it.
Yeah, and there's certainly something about. What is it about night games, Rob, that makes them so special?
And everyone speculates on this. I think it goes back to like the early days when it was this big novelty, and they had all those friendlies when you hear about the Wolves playing Honved under the lights, and I think it just captured people's imagination, didn't it? And
here's a question for you, Rob, before we move on from that. When Wolves played Honved under the lights, would that have been the lights that we ended up with?
God, I'd have to check that. I mean, they probably are.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the earliest games. Yeah. Although we had lights fairly early on in '53, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I think that was about the same time as the Honved game, so it might have been our second set.
Yeah.
But we inherited from them. But yeah,
I was just wondering that last time we played Man United, I noticed the kickoff was 5:40 p.m. Is that because there was no floodlights? Do you think?
Yeah, that would have been, yeah. We didn't have floodlights at 53 because,
48.
and also, so you couldn't have, they didn't sanction proper games or league games under lights until about 3 or 4 years later.
Bit like
Because
cricket.
we used to play Midland League games under lights and friendlies.
Bit like cricket, bringing in the floodlight rule in test matches and stuff.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I've lost my thought now. It'll come back to me. There was something.
I'll tell you an interesting fact while you're thinking.
Go on.
Arsenal, I think, were the first team in England to actually have floodlights, and they didn't bring it in for games.
Yeah.
They brought it in to help the ground staff prepare matches because they weren't allowed to obviously use it, and that was before Second World War.
That's interesting. That's
No, but there's something about the atmosphere closes in on a night match, isn't it, as well? I think it's the darkness of the sky, the brightness of the lights. It brings everything tighter in from a fan perception perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah. You can't. The fans can't be distracted in the upper Finders if they watching the boats go by. So focusing on the ground, on the game a lot more.
Yeah. And so there's that to come. And like I say, it's 11 against 11 on the night. If there was any current Man United player who was selected to play on the night that you could say, I'd want to see him play and have somebody absolutely rattle his bones, who would it be?
Fernandes would be quite funny.
Because
he doesn't appear to like it when the going gets tough. So
don't like it up him.
Bruno.
Imagine if Bobby Cummins had got hold of him.
Yeah.
It's, in the first minute.
Yeah. No. What do they call it now? A reducer.
Yeah.
No.
I think that'd be a nice one to see Bruno getting done because he's a quality player, but don't like it when he gets tough.
Funnily enough, I asked that question of somebody yesterday, and they said exactly the same thing. Fernandes, and one even went to go as far as to say, "Well, I'll play it in here at this little clip."
I want to see Kieran Green kick lumps out of Fernandes.
I think you're joined by many.
I want to see Fernandes leaving here in a wheelchair.
That was a bit harsh, but anyway.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll be playing, to be honest.
No, I think that'll be a challenging one to ask him to play the likes of Fernandes. But we'll see. You never know if he has a bad first couple of games. They might say punishment is to play against Grimsby. Can you do it against Grimsby on a wet and warm? Probably.
Yeah.
Wednesday
watch
night.
this afternoon.
Yeah. Who to rattle?
It's got to be Fernandes, hasn't it? Really, he's got to get stuck into it.
To that yet at all. Nobody said any different.
No, just send him straight into the lower Ramsdens. I get the name right.
The lower Rams.
First couple of minutes, he just get him rattled straight into the lower Ramsden. They're up and at him, and that'd be some moment.
Yeah, it would. And who do you want in the next round?
Well, look, after we've turned over United, it might become a problem because at the end of the day, we want the. So we'll just go. We'll probably take it steady and just settle it up all the way in the next round, I think. And then just, if we're going to do it, we'll do it the hard way.
Yeah, do you know what? Probably someone like Bruno Fernandes. I think he likes a moan and he likes to fling his hands up in the air, doesn't he? And I think the Town fans would be pretty quick to get on Bruno's back. So it would probably be Bruno. I'm trying to think who else I'd like to. Probably one of the little nippy wingers, you know what I mean? I don't know if Garnacho's still kicking about. I don't know if he's left yet. There's a bit of talk of him leaving, but someone like Garnacho, we might see him getting rattled in front of the lower.
Who would you like to see if Giza was to feature? Who would you like to see him go up against in the United team?
I would love to see him put Casemiro on his back foot.
Yeah.
Because he's placed in a quite similar place in the team. Yeah. So if those two were to feature, I think it will be great for Giza as well.
That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? You're the first. You're the first person that hasn't said Bruno Fernandes. Lots of people want to see, but a bit more. They'd like to see him put on his backside, I think.
Yeah, but will he feature? I don't know. Yeah, perhaps. it depends on how the match goes.
We're all dreaming at the minute. We're allowed to dream beforehand now.
The whole Greeny going after Bruno Fernandes, I think, will be a bit of a dream because I'm not sure he's going to play. But Manu,
at this stage.
He performed really well in his England debut and stuff. He might be one. Rasmus Højlund might be another who we're all well aware of. But other than that, they're not my stars because they're not my team. Yeah. So I would struggle to name many that play for Man United. I'll be honest.
It's Bruno. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Bruno, and I just love him to go.
Out of 12 times we've asked that question, I think 11 of them have been Bruno.
Yeah, it's just one of them players, isn't he? That he likes to wind people up, I think, and I think maybe he'll hit him hard when he comes to Grimsby, and I'm hoping the players get stuck in. That's obviously if he plays.
Yeah. So no, any other sort of interesting historical tidbits that come to mind, Rob?
Well, yeah, the main one is Charlie Roberts.
Tell us about Charlie Roberts. You mentioned it in one of our social medias the other day. Tell us a bit about Charlie.
But Charlie Roberts was the man who was described as making Manchester United. Right. He was the player that changed them. And it basically, he was Harry Hickson, who was secretary manager, if you like, a bit ambiguous for Town. And he was discovered playing for Bishop Auckland in 1903. Right. Who were Bishop Auckland with a great amateur team who were a supply line to professional clubs. And he only played one season, 1903-04, with us, and he made 33 appearances, scored 5 goals, not bad for a centre-half. And then Town were £1,000 in debt during the summer, and they sold him to Manchester United for £700. In his first season, he played for England 3 times, won the British Championship, and then him and Billy Meredith started the Players' Union. That was the end of his England career. They didn't kind of like that at the FA. There was threats of legal, strike action and the like. But he went on and he won 2 championships for United and an FA Cup. And he was seen as the catalyst for that success. And then later on he went on and played for Oldham and managed them.
Wow!
And he died in 1939 during a 71-hour operation, which didn't go too well.
71.
Wow!
Yeah.
That's going some, and an interesting fact that certainly I'd never heard of, and I suspect most mariners are not aware of.
I've not heard that one though.
Thanks for sharing that, Rob. Other notable players that have played for both clubs. Steve, can you rumble any up from our era? Oh, it's
Dean Henderson.
Precious on that. Dean Henderson. That's really recent in the ones I was thinking of. Neil Webb.
Neil Webb, yes. Yeah,
Gary Birtles.
Yes, of course, Gary Birtles, played for both,
Would Michael Appleton
Johnny
count?
Scott.
Johnny Scott, yeah. Michael Appleton, did he play for Man United first team ever?
He did. Yeah, we had him on loan, didn't we?
Yeah,
we had him on loan. He scored against Man City, didn't he?
Yeah.
That draw.
Terry Cook.
Who?
Terry Cook. He played for City and United, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sure, he played for United.
And interesting fact as well, Jackie Bestall applied for the Manchester United's job in 1938-39 season.
All right. Well, the manager's job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Didn't get it.
No.
You reckon?
He's Oldham Birmingham coach or scout.
Dean Henderson's the recent one, isn't he? That we've had for Man United on loan.
And his first league start with Town.
Yeah,
that was
and then he wasn't playing when he came in. Hursty wouldn't play him, would he? And then Mourinho said, "I'm going to call him back if you don't play him," and then put him in. And then McEwen spat his dummy out and put a transfer request in, didn't he?
Yeah.
So,
and look at how that all ended up. It was he's had a good career so far. Didn't quite sort of break through at Man United. I think he could have done a lot worse. And he's now the proud owner of an FA Cup winners medal, having played an important part in it as well, and in the Charity Shield as well.
Yeah.
If you're a Palace fan, you'd be counting that as a double, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So we've got a few players, haven't we, from United?
Yeah. Any obvious ones we've missed, Rob? you can think of? They played for both clubs. Can you hear us, Rob?
It's frozen.
No.
No.
It froze for a minute.
Yeah. Can you think of any others we've missed? Any obvious ones? No.
No, I think you got the
pretty well,
the main ones there.
Did pretty well on. So I'm going to really lay it out on the floor now. Predictions, Steve.
I think it will go to penalties and we'll win.
We'll win on penalties. Now that would be a spectacle, wouldn't it?
It'll be 0-0, and then we'll win on penalties. There you go.
Rob?
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping. I think best case really is a draw, isn't it? And then we'll take our luck, and hopefully we have a bit more luck with penalties than we've had in the last couple of games. But it's my fear. As long as they don't get an early goal, I think it's going to be competitive, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I think a great. We've had some great nights, even with big teams coming, even when we've lost. And if it's that, then great. But we'll all, when the game kicks off, we'll all be wanting to win, won't we? And I'll stick my neck out and say we're going to win in normal time, and it's going to be 1-0, and it'll be an injury time goal. And I don't care who scores it. It'll be a scrappy last minute winner. Would really just take the roof off Blundell Park
and a greeny special then.
Yeah, and force some reinventing of the ground because it'll need a new roof all round. But no, really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great game. It's been brilliant that we've got to 50 episodes. I mean, and I've learned as we've gone, and we made it to 50 episodes, and we're doing it in a multimedia fashion now as well, which is working out really well. So I think you're the first person we've had back on twice, Rob. So you are officially friend of the show. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to our well, actually, it's third visit on because you came on the first time. You came on for the Newport game, and you're in this 50th episode as well. So that counts as 3 visits back to us, even though we've done it in a slightly economical fashion. So thanks for joining us. We've all stuck our necks out on a Town win, 2 by penalties, and me in normal time, but by the squeaky Fergie time, a goal that I've described. Let's reconvene after the match and see how we've got on. But I think we're all agreed what a great spectacle it's going to be, regardless of outcome.
Yeah,
definitely looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
We've had our extra special guests on this week to give their views in between our normal sections in our episode, which is our special 50th. We couldn't let them go without finding out a little bit more about their thoughts on Town and their memories and their history with the club. So, first of all, we've got Pete Rose. But,
it's just great. I mean, we're making a day of it. You know, the lads that I normally go with, we've all got the day off. We're going to play golf at Waltham at 10 o'clock, have 18 holes, bit of lunch, home quick shower, get in Meggy's few beers, and then down to the ground and just enjoy it. And as much as, you know, in the back of your mind, you know that whatever side United pull out will probably turn Town over, but you just don't know. And the way we started and the way we're playing, and, you know, obviously this is done before the weekend, but we could be unbeaten. United don't get a result at Fulham, and all of a sudden, after 2 games, him coming to Blundell Park on Tuesday, he's going to be under some pressure to dig out a result. And
it's on a cold Tuesday night in Cleethorpes. It's all the nightmares coming together at once for a big team.
Yeah, well, you know, aside from probably most Lincoln and Scunny fans, there's not going to be a fan of any other club in the country that's not going to be firmly behind Town turning Man United over on that night.
It's funny you should mention the Everton game in 79 and the Liverpool game in 80, because I was about the same age as you at the time, so we must be of a similar age. And I didn't say my dad took me on a bus trip, and it was mad. It was a mad day out. But that was I think it was my first ever away game, actually. That game.
Was it really?
I was too young before then.
It was. I mean, he took me to Everton at home, and I think that was one of those special nights. And I got to play against Mike Brolly in later years when he played for Bridge. and it was just sort of just look at him and thinking, Christ, he's still playing, and
Yeah.
I think he was playing there for Bridge at the time. I don't know how old he would have been, but I reckon he was well into his 40s now.
Well, he was only 27 at that time. He looked older because he was an early baldy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Yeah, people going about Kieran Green looking older than he is. Well, Mike probably had some on him, that is for sure.
Because as a young lad, I always thought he was quite an old player because of the way he looked. And,
yeah.
But no, I was at that night. I had my back to the Osmond wall. You know, when the wall was, it was half standing, half seating in the Osmond.
Yeah.
And we had Everton fans in the seats behind us, and they were ever so good. You know, for a young lad, they kind of congratulated us afterwards, and they were good as gold.
Yeah, well, they were completely different at Goodison when we went in 85, was it? Was it 84, 85, like when we said Wilkinson's goal?
That's it, yeah.
And that again was a special night. But who knows? You know, it's sort of. I just think that this summer has been great from the club in terms of, I feel that the signings we've made, the positivity around the club, the start. And maybe, you know, I think the league's the big focus for us this season. I mean, for me, I mean, I think it's the first season we've gone into where there's a real sense of expectation as opposed to that, well, hopefully we might do something.
Yeah.
And just Man United's just the icing on the top of the cake.
If we can get anything like the atmosphere of those big nights at Blundell Park, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope as many genuine Town fans as we can get to the game. I mean, I think the club's been straight down the middle, like as a sponsor. You know, and someone who's invested into the club, I can assure you that they're with us. They've just been, look, whatever you've got as season tickets is all you're having. There's been no favours outside.
Yeah.
Or no tickets given additional to us. They've just tried to ensure that season ticket holders come first, as it should be. We're no different to any other season ticket holder.
Yeah.
And that, you know, they've gone with the 1878 membership. If some sell tickets on and the rest of it, give your head a wobble. You know, let's make sure we get as many Town fans as we can there. We don't want bloody half and half scarves at Blundell Park. That's not what we're about, is it?
That's criminal offence. It should be in the boundaries of Lincolnshire, a criminal offence to have a half and half scarf on Tuesday night, a Wednesday night, or Tuesday night for that matter.
Yeah, we just don't need any of those. It just needs to be a in the right manner, but a really hostile environment. I mean, the United's played in front of more hostile environment, but it just needs to be where they know that they're in a game. It's tight, and we make it as uncomfortable as we can.
Podcast thoughts.
I just think it's a different view. In fairness, I'll listen to DN. And I've listened to the view from the Findus, and I just think for a club our size to have 3 podcasts, all doing well, people contributing, people listening, is just positive, right? It's as many different voices talking about the club we all love. Sorry, and you know, for me, I'm passionate about the town and the football club, you know, in terms of all the unimportant things in life. And I mean, you know, your family, your friends, your health, your work, all the things that people take for granted. Then town are that for a lot of people. You know, it's that thing that matters to us on a Saturday. I'm middle-aged now, but it still affects me. Bad result, bad performance. I don't say I go home and kick the dog, but it pisses me off when we, you know, when you've been to those games and town's been awful. But I just think we've got a manager that gets us. I mean, when he first arrived and he started talking about data and that home game after Donny Rovers, I thought the guy was fucking mental. I thought, what's you mean we're not going down? We've been here before. If he doesn't think, you know, we've not seen this story before, he's wrong. But he's just such a good guy. You can tell the players we've got in seem to get on. They're believing in themselves. We've made some great signings. And you know, and to think that Danny Rose, JDS haven't kicked a ball as yet. You know, who were arguably our better players last season. The lad we've got, Sonsup Bell, again, but you know, by all accounts, could be another player. Tory hasn't featured, yet when he's come on, he's looked good. even in pre-season, young Brown looks like he's developed into a man.
Yeah, Staunton,
you know, and
Staunton,
and we've not even mentioned JK. I mean, the kid, you look at his interviews and you watch him speak and you watch him play and you smile because you can just see the enthusiasm, and the longer he's here, he just gets what our club's about, and he's going to love the away followings, and he's going to get a lot of love from the fans. I thought he might be another Liam Ain, where we might have to will him on, and he's going to be his start might take him 7, 8, 10 games before he gets off the score sheet. But none of that. The kid looks a player, and I just think he's going to deliver for us.
He backs himself, doesn't he? I mean, you can see at Walsall the other night where he hit the post. He went near post with a shot. There's not many strikers do that. And,
no, he's got a bit of swagger, and I think when he walks on the field, when he walks on the pitch next Wednesday, he'll breathe it in and think, yeah, I deserve to be here. Let's fucking have it with these. And that's exactly what we should be doing. You know, we're a lot more than, they're not coming here. It's not a League Two ground. They're going to play on a shitty pitch. And the changing rooms won't be what they used to. The changing rooms, they're going to be like, Christ, what are we doing? But aside from that, once they get on the pitch, it's a beautiful pitch.
Yeah.
You know, it's an old traditional ground. We're going to give it to them from the stands for sure, in the right way. And I just think Town will make a good account of themselves, and I think it's one of those nights that we just go and enjoy.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and I think we will. But whatever the result, I think it's got to be one of them nights, isn't it? That we can all sort of feel it together.
We're the only fucking fan base in the country that, if we get beat 5-1, there'll be calls for Artell out, because that's just by the nature of Town fans.
There'll definitely be someone, won't there? There'll definitely be someone.
100%.
Talking of Dave Artell, I think he's learnt on the hoof as well, and he's not frightened to change course, and he's very aware of his own kind of need to improve as well as everyone else's. I think, and that sets him apart for me.
Yeah, I think he's just a manager that I feel has grown with the club, and like I say, when he first came, he was talking about data, and then he'd also make reference to the fact that he got promoted from this division before, and then I was actually first game at Milton Keynes away, where you were sort of like, you had a brief look, and then we started playing this football where you was thinking, well, we haven't got the players to play it around the back. We just haven't. If you think you're going to produce Man City from what we have there, you're wrong. And he changed for whatever reason, whether it was the owners had a word with him, whether it was his coaching staff, whether the senior players went to whatever reason, or he sat down and looks at it. He has now put a culture into our club where that's evolved, and he's brought players in, and he's built a squad that I believe they feel, which is more important than what we think as fans, they feel that League Two's there for the taking this season.
I think that's true. I think given the end of the season last year, where we finished just outside the playoffs, I think we've started to believe, the players that are still here believing as well. And I think with the new additions, you can just see that kind of gradual build, can't you?
Yeah, you can, and as well on with this time, what a great time for it to come. The window closes, I think, on the Monday after the 1st of September. Yeah. So Towns, I don't think it'll be the bumper payday that people are saying. It's certainly unexpected cash, but that also would alert other clubs, if we are looking at another signing, they'll look at that and think we can charge a bit more. But if we are looking at loans, and you see the way we started, forget the Man United game, right? Part that to one side. You see the way we started. You've seen the way that we're playing. Who wouldn't want to come?
Yeah, you want your players there that you're going to be involved in that sort of setup.
Absolutely do. Yeah, absolutely.
I put it to Jason the other day that it was a nice thing to happen for them to get a draw like this, given everything they've put into the club and the hard work and the money and the effort. How do you feel about that for them?
I don't know. I mean, contrary to popular belief, I don't have numbers of everyone at the club. There's not some WhatsApp group that sponsors are in that I'm getting, any inside information. It just doesn't happen. I've had the pleasure of sitting down with Jason probably 2 or 3 times for about an hour at a time. And the reason why I put money into the football club and got involved on the sponsorship is 100% down to him. You can't fail to be impressed with him. He's a nice guy. He's smart. He wants what's best for the club. We don't agree politically, but then again, you don't have to. I don't. Some of my friends vote different to I do. It matters very little in terms of the conversation. The man is town to the core, and yeah, for him and for Andrew, then yeah, they've got a bit. Yeah, it's just great. I mean, they're proper fans. But more importantly, there's no bullshit with him. I mean, as a chairman or whatever he is now, he's not on social media as much, but he engages with people. He doesn't hide away from the difficult questions. He'll speak to you. And yeah, I'd say to any fan, before you judge him, have a chat with the bloke and just listen to what he's about, because he's absolutely sound. He really is.
I put it to him at the weekend that people will be pleased for him and Andrew, and he said, "Do you know what?" He said, "It's not just us." He says, "We've all put in. Season ticket holders have put in their hand in their pockets, bought the tickets. People are getting behind us and coming. He said, it's for everybody." So I thought it was typical of the man as well to say, it's not just me, and he's pleased. He's pleased for everyone else as well, which was nice.
But it is right. I mean, look, there probably isn't a player in our current squad that, as a young lad, was laid on his bed dreaming of being a professional footballer that thought, I want to play for Grimsby Town Football Club. It probably fucking none of them.
Yeah.
But when you come here, although we're a small club, I personally think that we should be a League One football club, and we could hold our own in League One with aspirations of playoffs.
We're one of the biggest smaller clubs, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a crackers little club. There's people genuinely care. Every time people talk about our away fans, most clubs you go to, well, if you mention Grimsby, they'll talk about our away support, and that just that shows what we are. I mean, me and you was watching growing up on Championship football.
Yeah.
When you look on some of the content that Bruce puts on this GTFC Day Championship, and it's a superb follow. Yeah, it's superb follow. But 4,700 for the Championship.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Man City, I think, on a bank holiday Monday in the 80s. We got beat at Main Road 3-0. I think there was about 500 Town fans there. Yeah. It was just that. I don't know. We was just grown up with it, and it was just complete apathy. And yet now, conference, that bloody night at Braintree when we got hammered 5-0. We filled away ends, even there, and there's enough of us a lot of us that's gone through this shit. And Wednesday night isn't the end, because I just think this season is the start of where our football club will be. And I don't make no bold claims that we're going to propel ourselves to the Championship, but I think we will deliver a League One football club, and one that has a healthy respect in League One.
So, if you had a sentence for the lads to G them up on Wednesday night before they go out, what would you say to them?
In one sentence?
One sentence.
Get that badge in.
Yeah. Nice one. This one.
Well, yeah, obviously that one, but we know the badge I'm referring to.
I do, yeah. So thank you.
Well, no, thanks for that, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and then Rob Dawley told us a little bit about what he does and about a charity road trip he's getting involved in the near future.
And what you do is fantastic. And do you know what I mean? There's not enough clubs that are at this level that have this kind of thing going on. It's good to see, obviously, fans like yourself and stuff engaging with the football club, and the football club engaging with you. Obviously, I've seen you've had some big names on there. Obviously, you just mentioned Tommy Sergus and stuff like that just before we started. So it's great to see what you're doing, Dave. Yeah, it looks really good. Nice and professional.
And there's 3 podcasts all doing well for Town just shows the appetite there is for the club, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It also shows the appetite for the social media side as well. Obviously, like you say, there's other podcasts and stuff, and everybody's tuning in. So, like you say, it just shows the appetite for the social media side as well, and people engaging with the club. And I suppose as well, with Town doing so well on the field, it obviously helps people like you who are obviously speaking so highly of the club, because people probably can't get enough of the positivity surrounding the football club at the minute.
Yeah, and we're called Three Fish on the shirt. Fish are no stranger to you, or you're no stranger to fish, or more than three fish. Tell us a bit about what you do, and you've got a social media channel as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So obviously I've got my own business, the Friendly Fishman, which is me, the Friendly Fishman. I set this up.
Pop your logo on the screen somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, cheers, Dave. Yeah, so I set this up in April this year. I had a previous business with a friend of mine that I did for sort of 13, 14 months, and then obviously went solo back in April, which is a decision that I'm glad I made. It's it's good being your own boss, and I've been able to do it. Sort of been able to do it my way. Not that obviously, anything to do with my previous business, I was limited at all. Obviously, we had a good little project between us, but it was just nice to sort of go on my own, and spread my wings. And yeah, the social media side for me is massive. So regards to the social media side as well, I'm posting 3-4 times. Well, I say 3-4 times, 1 to 2 times a day on 3 different platforms of social media. So I've been able to generate a pretty decent following, and a few people, which is great. A few people are sort of recognising it as well. A few people that who I don't know have sort of recognised the brand and myself through just putting myself out there, doing the videos and stuff. So yeah, it's great. There's nothing but positivity has come from the solo venture, which obviously, like I say, is the Friendly Fishman.
And you go and review some of your food, your own fish, with your mates cooking it, and restaurants, chippies, and stuff, don't you, as well?
Yeah, so I like to sort of keep the content fresh.
Just like you fish.
I like to do various. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like to do a lot of different stuff and keep it fresh, and rating the chippies. Funnily enough, we're doing our first episode tomorrow in probably what feels like about 3 or 4 weeks. It's our last episode, so we're doing another episode tomorrow. We're doing Matthew's Fish and Chip Shop. For the Rate My Chippy episodes that I do. But yeah, no, for the 50th episode special, I think it was, we did a fish pie. So a good friend of mine called Choppy, who I do the chippy videos with, his dad Steve, who we also call Choppy, does a fantastic fish pie. And we just thought for the 50th episode special that we'd get in on that, and it certainly didn't disappoint. Yeah, it was great.
Something about 50th specials, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got another big trip coming up as well. What's happening with that? And for charity, I understand.
Yeah, so without sort of going, completely digressing, I basically found myself with a car that would have been passed down to me through a family member, only worth about sort of £1,000, 1,100 quid. And I just thought, instead of selling it, I thought I'd love to do something quite interesting with it. As you know, Dave, like I love my travel. I love my spontaneous, quite extreme travel as well. And I just thought, yeah,
let us know where you've been in your previous spontaneous, exotic travel.
Yeah, well, to be quite honest with you, Dave, I don't know if you're going to. My phone's upstairs, but you might think this is a little bit sad, a little bit nerdy. But I've actually got a list of everywhere I've been. I mean, travel for me, Dave, is something I'm so proud of it, and I love it. I love travel. It's probably my biggest passion, to be quite honest with you. But I've been lucky to visit some great countries. I've been to Uzbekistan. I've been to Kosovo, Albania, Oman, Kuwait, Bahrain. Obviously, all these on my own. Estonia, Latvia, Macedonia, lived in Serbia for a while doing some volunteering work for a charity. So yeah, I've been, like I said, I've been lucky enough. Obviously went to the World Cup in Qatar as well, which was unbelievable. So yeah, I've been lucky enough to do quite a few trips. And yeah, sorry, go on, Dave. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say you got a bit behind the scenes in Qatar as well, didn't you?
Yeah, got a bit behind the scenes. Yeah, obviously there was the controversy around the accommodation that the migrants were staying in, and I sort of went and had a look for myself and unearthed something. And between 2 videos, I think it amassed, it was nearly 4 million views, or it was either nearly 3 or nearly 4 million. I can't remember, but it was millions of views between the 2 videos. But yeah, like I say, I'm no stranger to a bit of spontaneity, and obviously that's how the trip came about. Ended up with this car and thought, I'd love to do a trip. I'd love to do something interesting. and sort of put 2 and 2 together and made sort of 15 and thought, why not drive this car across the other side, to the other side of Europe and raise money for charity? And then obviously that's what we decided to do. Now we're here. Now we go 2 weeks tomorrow. So
what's your route and what are you raising money for?
Yeah, so we're raising money for Parkinson's UK. My dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's last year, so it just made perfect sense to raise money for obviously such a good cause. Yeah, it's one of them. It's not really hit him yet in the sense that it's not obviously in full swing. Obviously, it's a gradual process for some people. So, but yeah, just made sense to raise money for Parkinson's. Did you ask me what the route was? Did you say?
Yeah.
What was the route?
Yeah. What's your route?
Yeah. So the route's an interesting one. So we go from Grimsby to obviously down to Folkestone. We go through into Calais. First night is Liège in Belgium. The second night is Munich in Germany. The third night is Austria, Salzburg. Fourth night is Maribor in Slovenia. Then we go to Niš, which is a city in Serbia. Then all the way across to the east coast of Bulgaria, which is Burgas. And then we go from Burgas to Istanbul. And then we've got about 3 days to get from one side of Turkey to the other, which is obviously starting in Istanbul, going to a city called Samsun, and then Samsun to a border town called Hopper, which is just on the border with Georgia, and then obviously into Georgia, and then into Tbilisi, where the car, I can officially announce this actually, only earlier we confirmed this, where the car is going to be gifted to a local charity. We didn't know what we was going to do with the car, Dave. We didn't really know what the crack was, but we've confirmed today that we are going to donate it to a local charity. Yeah,
saves you driving it back.
Yeah, saves us driving it back. Yeah, I think that would be quite a complex. Process driving it back. Obviously, I've got Archie with me, who's making a full scale documentary and stuff as well. So should be a great thing to watch at the end.
So we'll get to see it. So you can share that with us when you've got it up and running, and we can point people to it.
Definitely,
If anybody wants to donate to your charity efforts, if they've got a particular reason to want to sponsor an effort in Parkinson's, we've got a company.
I was just going to say, sorry, we've got a special guest here, Dave. She's giving me a little claw because she wants a stroke.
It's all right.
Sorry, carry on.
It doesn't matter whoever I'm talking to in meetings, even at work. Do their cats turn up? It must be me. I'm cat wrangler.
Well, if you go back to that footage just then, Dave, if you just watch that back, I don't know if you saw that, she's just gone for me and give me hand a bite. So that'll give you a good laugh later. If you want to, you watch that footage back just then, she's just gone for me. So she's buggered off now. But yeah.
So if anybody wants to donate to your Parkinson's charity raising effort, where can they do that?
So I've got a GoFundMe page which I've set up. Obviously, I'll send you the link over to that. But yeah, the GoFundMe link is, as I say, for Parkinson's UK. So we've got the donation page set up and ready to will.
Okay, we'll pop the link in the description and probably on the screen as well. So if anybody wants to support that, they can do. So
that's great, Dave.
So if anybody wants fresh fish from you, they can come to the Friendly Fishman, and you do more than 3 fish, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do more than 3 fish. He's probably more 33 than 3. But yeah, no, I deliver. To be quite honest with you, Dave, when I first started this, I thought I'd be delivering sort of once every couple of weeks and stuff like that. But I'm delivering daily at the minute because I'm so busy. But yeah, it's fresh and frozen fish and it's free delivery.
What's your special recommendation?
Good question, that, Dave. That's a good question. I like the dressed crab. The dressed crab is unbelievable. But I get a lot of compliments on the halibut and the monkfish and the swordfish and the tuna, that sort of stuff. But if you're after something that's not too dear, which is good for a nice easy tea in an evening, I'd highly recommend the scampi. The scampi is superb, Dave. And a 1 kilo bag is only £12 as well, which is a bargain.
Excellent. Nice one, mate. I thought 8 legs of venison was too dear.
Yeah. No, I just got that then. That took me a while. That just took me a while.
I could see the cogs going.
Yeah, I was just thinking, 8 legs of venison is dear. I was going to ask you how much that was at a butcher's, and I thought, that is too dear. Yeah, brilliant.
Nice one.
Great.
You're not the first, and you won't be the last.
No. I need to switch on to them sort of jokes, don't I?
Nice one, mate. Great to welcome you back, Siggy, to 3 Fish on the Shirt, our 50th episode. Thank you for joining us. As our 50th episode has just happened to coincide with us doing a preview of the cup game against Manchester United. So it's the first time we've played Man United for 77 years. So many of our Mariners have never seen that happen. Giza got us on our way to victory by some great play in picking the ball up in midfield, stopping in the box, turning and giving the ball to Justin Lamalazor for the first goal. His performance for the rest of the game was fantastic. Was that well followed in the Faroe Islands? Was there a lot of interest?
Oh yes. All the media here in the Faroes, they wrote about it, and some media also had highlights from the game.
Yeah.
So of course, when one of our players is doing well abroad, it's always something that the press writes and talks about here in the Faroes. So also, yeah, we know that Giza has had not a great start in our opinion, but we know during the summer he has been focusing on his physicality and getting into shape, and we as the media, football media here in the Faroes says, he needs to be patient, and his time will come, and the season is long, so he will figure more and more during the season, and just be patient and wait for his chance. So.
I have no doubt about that, and I think just look at the start of Jason Daddy Thorson last season. He's in a similar position. I think they signed him early in last season to get his signature and get him on board. So I don't think there was a big chance of him featuring much last season. He is in a much stronger squad this year than we had last year. And the other thing is, I believe that David Artell is a great judge of making players better and giving them the time and space, which he gave Yarson last year. And he was able to grow into the role as opposed to being thrown in to sink.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think if he's patient, he'll be right. But he'll have had that explained to him, I'm sure. I don't think he'll be worrying about it too much. And he seems to be a popular character.
Yeah. We've seen that on social media, Grimsby social media, that he's beginning to be a bit of a cult figure. So hopefully he will pay back on the love that's shown to him from the Grimsby supporters.
What will the reaction be like in the Faroe Islands if he features against Man United?
Oh, it would be great because we follow the Premier League quite closely here in the Faroes. So if Giza would feature against Man United, that would be a big thing here. It would.
Yeah, we think so as well, and it'd be great, great to see that. And what I love to see people from, as we said last time, people from other places having a following from those places and an interest in Grimsby Town much wider than just in Grimsby, and that's why I've been keen to have yourself on, a lever from Iceland. I've had forgotten his name, the chap from Ireland on as well about our Irish contingent. We've signed a few players from Ireland, so that's been really good to see. And like I say, I hope because he helped us in the last round get through that he gets to feature at some point in the game, even if it doesn't start. But it's an exciting time for everybody concerned.
Yeah. And it would, in some sort, it would the circulation would be complete because his father, Giza David Senior, has also played against Man United back in the 2002 or 2003 season in the Champions League qualifiers against United for a Hungarian side.
Right,
where
he was. Saw that in our local press featured that not so long ago. Yeah.
So
who
that would be something.
Who carries the game on TV for you? How will you get to see it?
We don't know yet, but when our TV packages are through Danish corporate, so we don't know if the game will feature yet. So if not, but if we know Giza will feature in the team, I think people will find some streams online.
There is There is one for international supporters through the Grimsby Town website. It costs £10, but some of the money goes to the club. So that's for international fans. It's on Sky Sports in the UK and on ITV terrestrial television. So that might help you, depending on.
Yeah, maybe it will be shown in a pub, or we have Irish pubs here as well. So maybe in a pub.
Yeah, look out for anybody who's got the Sky ones on. But it's unusual for us to have Sky TV and terrestrial TV coverage at the same time. So it's a bit of a first for us. Any predictions for the game? It's a bit bold to ask for predictions, but what sort of game do you think it'll be? And let's have a score prediction.
Yeah, it's a big occasion for you, and it's a Premier League that comes to town. You will be up for it from the get-go, and if the crowd gets going from the first minute. I think it would be difficult for United if they have a slow start, and Grimsby maybe get the first tackle in, and makes it difficult for United.
Get the pressure on them.
Put the pressure on them. If you can survive the first 15-20 minutes, I think it's going to be tight, and it can go both ways. So maybe a goal or two. Yeah, maybe Grimsby, maybe United. I don't know. It's difficult to.
We can dare to dream for now, can't we? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
and hopefully.
Sorry, we're looking forward to it. Sorry, you were going to say.
Yeah, no. If you can get a goal against them and panic, will get into the United team. It can create something special.
We'll probably need a new roof if we manage to score, because it'll be lifted off.
Yeah.
So we hope you're going to continue to follow Giza, and you'll come back and talk to us again. And you get to see how things go in the week. Hope you find the opportunity to get to see the game. And we've been brilliant having you to come back on, and thank you for your time.
I would love to if you I would love to participate in another time, and hopefully Giza will feature some more in the near future as well. So
have you got any messages for us on our 50th episode?
Nice way to have a 50 episodes, and nice to have fan TV, and good job to you, Dave, for doing this. It makes us a chance to follow what's around Grimsby.
Thank you.
So thanks for your work as well.
We love doing it, and I think it's nice to know that people watch. But,
exactly.
No, thank you so much for your time, and we'll look forward to speaking to you in the near future. Okay, thanks again, much appreciated, and we'll speak soon. All the best.
Yes, best, and have a great match on Wednesday.
Thank you. Under the floodlights, always a special atmosphere.
Always.
Take care. All the best. And Christine Green joined us to let us know a little bit about how her phone was red hot after the draw.
And then I knew shortly after it was Manchester United, because my phone just went crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Christine?
Yeah, I've had all sorts of stories.
Few sub stories.
Sub stories and rightful stories, and in any other scenario, in any other way, they are genuine stories. But we've done absolutely right by as many as we can in the absolute right way. So anybody that was eligible got, I think, in the end, by and large.
I think so. And as I've said online, I think you're probably involved in the same posts at points. Anybody who didn't get one that wanted one is bound to be disappointed, and there's bound to be a whole host of reasons why they're disappointed. But you can't please all the people all the time. You never have been able to. You never will be able to. So.
And we're limited with the capacity that we've got, and we've tried all sorts of things, checking nooks and crannies and checking seats and what else can we release, and and all the rest of it. Everybody has done their absolute utmost to get as many people in as possible.
Yeah, and it's fairly short notice for cup games. Sometimes there's a little bit longer. I know when the third round draw comes, there's usually a bit of a long gap for the FA Cup, isn't there? But for this one, what was it, about 10 days, something like that? Fortnight?
It's 2 weeks maybe. Yeah, 2 weeks. So, and obviously on top of that, you've got league games to consider.
Yeah, of course.
And working and stuff that the show goes on in terms of all the league.
Yeah.
This is extra work.
Yeah.
So
normal operations continue, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
On the
and the same way that Brighton and Southampton is, it's the reward for the Barrow away last season, and all the other games where we were disappointed with performance or results or whatever else. This is for all of us.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has been the vibe that, and I say all of us, not just those that are going to be in there, but everybody that's going to watch at home as well, that this is for the town and this is for us and this is our chance to go, our little football club that people tuning around the world don't have a clue about is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And for the world audience to see what we know I will take my seat and I'll have a wry smile, I think.
And underneath the lights, if the sort of culture you've just described of it's for us all prevails on the night, it's going to be a hell of an atmosphere in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've got the drum as well. Some loathe, some love. But yeah, we've got the drum in there, so trying to get everybody in sync with the noise. But I don't think anybody's going to need to have any props or any nudges to get involved. It's going to be from early on, I think, as well. From before the turnstiles open, there's going to be a buzz around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be self-generating, I think. That's true. And what do you think it means for the club going forward? What sort of boost do you think we can get from this, regardless of the result?
I think regardless of the result, there's a whole host of things. Obviously, people are Manchester United, whatever's going on with them on the pitch, off the pitch, and all the circus that surrounds them. Sometimes they are the biggest club in the world. You can ridicule them for where they finished in the Premier League, like a trophies. They are the biggest club in the world, instantly recognisable. And what playing them does is open that door to us and a worldwide audience. And I think what it will mean after the game is that we've got people that fall in love with us, that have got bigger interests, that are going to end up. I've got no doubt that on Thursday morning, Ray and everybody else that works in the club shop are going to be opening orders up to America and Asia, and it opens us up. We are unique. We've got our own unique selling points, and money coming in is never to be snuffed at or turned down. So it's a huge boost. It's something that staff as well, that we can all get excited about once the troubles and the turmoil of tickets and everything else and planning's all gone. We can all enjoy it, but hopefully after then we sort of show to everybody who we are and what we're about.
I guess they're nice problems to have at the moment, aren't they? And rather have them than not. And it soon fades, that sort of stuff, after the game, doesn't it? After it's all happened.
It does.
And I think you're right. The great thing about the coverage is, it puts us, as you say, on the map.
And I think, especially sort of the Icelandic lot, I think we maybe had something like that before, linked to the fishing industry, and our guys going over there to catch fish and land over here. So there's probably people in that group that maybe had dads and granddads that had an interest in the club. So it's huge for us. What's huge for us is absolutely nothing to the Manchester Uniteds of the world, but we'll take everything we can get, whatever happens result wise.
Opportunity, not.
We will absolutely make as much of it as what we can to impact the football club positively for as long as possible.
And that's the aim, isn't it? Take those opportunities and use them positively. Just something you mentioned about people's relatives may have an interest from years gone by. Apparently, the chap from the Faroes was saying that his forefathers in the Faroes, when they started their fishing industry, they bought most of their kit from second-hand from Grimsby. He said, so we've already got a link. The start of our fishing industry was, off the back of links with Grimsby. So just never heard that before.
No, I do feel like a little bit he's going a little bit full circle, that we try and keep the traditions of, and we talk about this a lot in terms of Grimsby as a town, but we try and keep the traditions alive. But we have to move on without forgetting.
Yeah.
And we're sort of moving on, but having those links with the past is really, really important, because if we forget who we are, then we don't know what we are. So we do that an awful lot. So and I'm sure the good old Steels are going to do an absolute rip roaring trade next week when all the camera crews are down there, and we've had out in the car park, Harry out waving about and stuff. So all the stuff that's always sort of comes out with us will come out again, and that's not a problem, because that's what we've built the football club on.
Yeah, that's excellent. We've managed to get a podcast that's got us to 50 episodes, which I'd never imagined. We started off as a little idea of doing something just a bit different to the other two, and just think it's great. We've got a club that can sustain 3 podcasts doing really well, which is nice, and we're pleased that we managed to get to 50, and we're pleased you could come on and just say a few words for us. Is there anything else that's exciting you about the rest of the season? Any particular matches you're looking forward to?
I mean, I go to the mall, so I'm a bit grumpy. So I always like Barnet away. Beginning of September, always take a lot. I just think the atmosphere and the crowd, that's probably the first game away that the Exiles get a little bit more involved. We've got a huge Exile base down in London, and they're just really accommodating. I don't really drink anymore, but the bar there is spectacular. It's a really, really good space. Obviously, we've got the history there with the mariachi band, so really good members of Barnet, really easy to get to, not home late. So Barnet is one for me that I will enjoy. Your Chesterfields and your Notts Counties for the rivalry, and the little bit of niggle in there is always an exciting one. But just generally, home and away, that how we're going to perform next, how exciting we're going to be, that how many chances, how many touches, how many shots on target, how many goals are we going to get? It's exciting.
Yeah.
And it's exciting irrespective of results. We're really, really early in the season, but to watch the opening league games and then make a lot of changes against Shrewsbury, who haven't started as strongly as they would like, but to make 7 changes, was it, and still play the way we played.
You wouldn't have noticed the difference from the Crawley game. They were playing the same way. I was amazed.
Absolutely the same way. And I don't go down to the training ground because that's not where I'm based, but I think the guys are in a good place. It's always easy to start in a good place at the start of the season, but I think we're going to be there for a while in terms of the positivity of it. The difference I felt as a fan, was it the Crawley game? No, the last home league game. And it's been that long. I can't. Well, who did we play last home game?
Last home game, Newport. Yeah.
Oh dear me! I need to go to the memories group. So the Newport game. What was really interesting for me was that we made a pass back to the keeper, and it got applauded. And I put this online, that the difference for me, that we can make a difference being in the stands, because we can't really affect what goes on the pitch massively and entirely. But the applauding of a back pass, because people appreciated and knew what we'd then try and do, was huge compared to last season.
Yeah, the back pass to the keeper was, oh god! Sometimes hear the groan, couldn't you? Collective groan.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the collective groan of, oh god, here we go. So it's different. It feels different. Positive, different. Don't get with 3 games in. You can't get carried away with it, but if you can't be positive when we're playing like this, then you might as well give up.
And the results are
You've
following.
You've got to take the uplift and the positivity and not run away with it, but you've got to take the benefits of that as well.
But we've not had it all our own way in all the games either. So the Harrogate game, the away crowd's probably less prone to a moan, but the home crowd, when we should have been out of sight and went to 1-1, never let up and went into groany moany mode. It was just, come on, let's get the winner, and we did. And I think we all went out there thinking, Christ, we deserved that, but it was a bit tight at the time.
Yeah, tighter than it should have been. But I think that's where it's a two-way thing. That I don't ever believe, and we maybe look at the 2010 team and think differently, but I don't ever believe that a player goes out there not to do their absolute best.
No,
It
I
might
agree.
not work individually, collectively,
Yeah.
but we've got a group of honest, good guys
Yeah.
that will absolutely play for this football club to the absolute best of their ability. And we've got a coach that's trying to get us to play in a way that's watchable.
I think even his
that's enjoyable.
fiercest critics from last season have come round now, haven't they? It's difficult to.
There are two or three that have gone. Well, they won't say they've misjudged it, but they're enjoying being entertained.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Up the Mariners, and I'll maybe see you on Wednesday.
You maybe will. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. All the best.
Bye bye.
And we checked in with Rossi to see if he was doing anything different to his normal match day routine. So, what are your plans for the game? Are you doing anything different to your usual routine?
I don't know yet. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do because I've been talking about it over with some other people. My one of my family members is going to come with me. Usually, if anyone watches my TikTok, they'll know. Usually, before a game, I go to Pips Chips. Usually go there and meet people outside there, and speak to people, Grimsby or even away fans. So I might be going to Pips Chips beforehand, like usual. See what the atmosphere is like. I'm pretty sure they'll be rammed with fans either home or away. And then obviously you just go around to the turnstiles and wait and see what happens. But I was either going to do that or just go around to turnstiles and see the players come in. But obviously I don't know what the atmosphere is going to be like or what the players going to be doing coming around that end. So it's going to be a mixed bag for me, I think. Probably Pips, get a few chips down me and walk to the ground.
You
And
can't be going into a big, nervy, excitement-filled atmosphere like that with an empty stomach, can you?
of course not.
So have you got a prediction? What are you thinking? Stick your neck out.
My heart goes. I'd like to say Grimsby win, of course I would. If I was going for a Grimsby win, I'd probably go a 1-0 win, very tight win. If my head goes towards Man United, which mostly it will be, I'd probably say maybe that 3-1 to United, to be honest. I do think we can score, especially at home. I think the crowd will get behind them, and I think that'll GM on. So I don't think we won't score, but it's a Premier League outfit. If you think we're just going to whitewash them, then I think it'd be a mistaken. But anything can happen. So
there's a puncher's chance, isn't there?
Yeah.
Nice one. So have you you know this one's our 50th podcast.
Do
you managed to catch it? Is there anything particular you like about the Three Fish podcast?
I like the way you got it all set up. It's all organised. Obviously, you get your episodes out as quick as possible, which I think everyone looks forward to.
Yeah.
But the notification on and you get it straight away, so that's a bonus. Obviously, you got a lot of people that sometimes do content where they want to release a video and it's never on time or it's never a scheduled time where it's supposed to be. Where you guys are different, and I think it's you're down to earth and you just speak facts and not biased or anything. And there's sometimes what Grimsby needs or any fan base needs really from content creators, not just someone that breathes and lives their team, but also speaks facts where if they're wrong or if they're doing really bad, then you can say that they're bad and not just gloss over it.
Oh, we've been wrong as well. Like Greeny last season when we were talking about he's probably just a bit part player. We're probably just going to keep him for squad member, and wow, since sort of early last season, he's gone through a total revamp, hasn't he? His role he's got, he's just taking it on as well. Brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah.
We missed him yesterday, by the way, didn't we?
Oh, massively. Then that midfield, just we didn't have anything going. I think McEachran and Tory are two similar role players. I don't think they can play together. It's either one or the other.
Are they our Lampard and Gerrard?
I think so. Yeah. Someone said that conversation to me yesterday, and I think that's spot on. Corey obviously tried to go forward, but in my opinion, I don't think Corey's got the shooting ability. Obviously, he's scored a few.
He has. If he gets time to compose himself, he is. He's got better at that. But if he has not much time or is a bit rushed, he snatches, doesn't he?
I mean, like I said, that chance in the first half where he's had the first shot and he didn't connect with it at all. Saved up that second chance, and the keeper was nowhere near the goal. It's still just getting off the floor, and there's a defender on line. Anywhere at that goal, it's in. But that's where the composure lacks, I think, for Corey. But like he's took harder shots. He's scored obviously already 2, I think, this season already, and I think they were harder. But I think he's a good player, Corey. But I think, like I say yesterday, that midfield lacked something.
He's come on leaps and bounds, and he's probably one of those players that when he starts being more like the finished article, I mean, the improvement has been massive, but when he gets more like the finished article, that's when he's probably going to end up moving on. So we've got to be careful what we wish for, aren't we? Some way.
I'm surprised, to be honest, we kept hold of McEachran, to be honest, this season.
Yeah.
So far, I know.
Wait till Friday or Saturday or whatever it is, and the window slams shut. It never closes slowly, does it? The window or slams shut.
So if anyone wants to watch my content, it is on TikTok. That is all I'm on at the moment. It is Rossi GTFC. I do all my videos, do reviews after every game, which will be a review going out today if you're watching, about the Accrington game, and also any pre-match walkthroughs to the ground and at the ground if you go to away games. So all content's on there, and I do go live usually Friday, Saturday nights all through the week. So if you do follow me, you will get notified when I go live.
Nice one. Good day, mate. Anyway, I'll leave you there, and I'll speak to you soon.
No worries, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time. Good luck with your content as well. And we had some comments from our friends at Blundell Park at the last home game, giving us their thoughts on the Manchester United game. The Man U game, then.
Yay!
What are you hoping for on the night?
A win.
A win.
A definite win.
Oh, that's what I like. Bold.
Oh yes.
Who do you want us to see really rattle on the Man U side?
I want to see Kieran Green kick lumps out of Fernandes.
I think you're joined by many.
I want to see Fernandes leaving here in a wheelchair.
Enjoy today first. Guys, what do you think? The Man United draw.
Fantastic. Just what we needed.
Yeah, good for the club. Everything's going really well at the minute. Really pleased for the owners as well.
Yeah, definitely.
First time since 1948. Unbelievable.
And we drew last time. We're unbeaten in 4, I understand.
Hey.
So we'll keep it going. What are you expecting today, guys?
Oh, a home win, definitely.
Yeah, excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Up the Mariners.
Up the Mariners.
Cheers. Ahead of the Newport game, we managed to get a catch-up briefly with co-owner Jason Stockwood, who gave us his thoughts on the draw and his immediate thoughts for the club.
The boss man, or one of the boss man. What do you think to the draw then, Jason?
Decent. I'm hoping for a bigger team, to be honest with you. So I'm looking good for the third round. That's what really
top half of the
top half of the band and a team that'll give us a game. No, it's exciting. These are sort of games that will be attending at Grimsby Town. So yeah, brilliant.
One of the things that I've said to some of my mates, what they've said is how much we feel that Andrew and you deserve that sort of draw.
I think there's a lot of progress over the last 4 years. You know, we're looking at the season ticket sales again since we came in. Like everyone that's here, everyone's associated with the club deserves it. It's no one individual. So look, we appreciate it.
It's all a build, isn't it?
It's everyone looking, and it's the start of things to come. We were saying the other day, we feel like the start of phase 1, we've got a 10-phase plan for the club, and this is at the end of phase 1. There's definitely more to come.
Nice one. Nice. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Happy.
Yeah. What sort of team do you expect Man U to bring? There's a couple of schools of thought. What you're thinking?
Well, I think they'll bring a strong team. There won't be the team, the full, look like Bruno and that. I can't see them playing. I think it'll be a well-changed team.
Well, they have big squads, don't they? So there'll be some of the players. I mean, look like Onana could quite easily play, couldn't he, if he's not playing tomorrow?
Well, yeah, there's rumours about him playing tomorrow. I don't know if he's playing tomorrow or not. So if he don't play tomorrow, then I would say he'll be playing on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I was looking at their team from last week, and was it Maguire? Maguire wasn't starting, so he may start. Maguire, I'm thinking.
Slabhead.
Mason Mount. Yeah, Ahmad. You got Luke Shaw. I think he might play. Just a feeling I've got. Then you've got
From the Euro final to Blundell Park on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, the Danish guy who can't score goals. What's his name? Hoyland.
Hoyland, yeah.
He wasn't in the squad at all last weekend, but I think if he's fit, he'll probably start.
And if he doesn't sign for Napoli or whoever was after him.
Oh yeah. But what did who else was on? They played Arsenal, didn't they? There was I don't think that the likes of Bruno and Casemiro, I don't think they'll play.
Yeah.
Cunha. But I would like to see Onana play, and so get him in front of the pontoon and get him wound
up. That'd be really good. Getting him behind Onana, wouldn't it? That'd be good.
Yeah. It's difficult. It's difficult to predict because, like, they don't know. It's the first time they've been in the cup. This first round, isn't it, for them?
Yeah,
second round.
I think we're just on the changes today. Unless we in the meantime that somebody's injured. Some of them were injuries today. It almost feels like we're ready for having a go.
Well, Green will be back as long as he's not injured.
Yeah,
I can't. He's got to. He'd got to play Wednesday night. But yeah, I'd like to see Bruno get clattered.
Yeah. And what do you make of us getting to 50 episodes?
Say again?
What do you make of us getting to 50 episodes?
Amazing. I didn't think we'll get to 50. I didn't think we'd get to 30 probably. But 50 it's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, and we've mentioned it before about that little sort of idea and getting to the point where we just try it out. And it's come a long way since that fake version we did just to see if it sounded okay, and the first one at Fleetwood that didn't work out very well sound quality wise, but
it's testament to your hard work, mate.
It's grown and grown, and
it has grown. I mean, look at us now. Look like professionals.
But we'll be announcing the winner of the shirt as well. So that'll be good. Right, here we go. This is the prize wheel for the Grimsby Town shirt for the Three Fish 50th episode. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. And the winner is Kyle. Well done, Kyle. So, Kyle, well done. You've won the Grimsby Town shirt of your choice. We'll be in touch to find out what shirt you want in the size you want, and then we'll get it all made up for you. And hopefully we'll be able to give you a town game or send it out to you. So, well done, Kyle. Thanks for watching or listening to our podcast, and I hope you enjoy your shirt and hope to see you at Blundell Park in it. Also, wanted to wish a special young man a happy birthday, happy 14th birthday to an old friend of mine, Rio. Lovely to see you at Blundell Park every week. You go to more away games than I do as well. He's a good lad. 14 this week. And saw his amazing Grimsby Town birthday cake, which I wanted to make sure you'd all seen. So, Rio, hope you had a great birthday. And hope to see you at Blundell Park real soon. Well, that's a wrap for this week's Three Fish on the Shirt, your ultimate Grimsby Town podcast. Thanks for tuning in and being part of our community, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcast, through Amazon, Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio or Podchaser, or anywhere else you get your podcasts from. If you're loving what we're doing and want more match analyses, in-depth discussions, exclusive interviews, then just hit subscribe. It's completely free and it helps us grow to bring you even better content, and it keeps that Mariners conversation alive. If you want to listen on the go, just ask your smart speaker to search for Three Fish on the Shirt, Grimsby Town Podcast, or find us at any of the podcast locations we've already mentioned. Drop a comment, leave a review, and share the pod with fellow Mariners, because football's always better when we talk about it together. Until next time, up the Mariners!